Hello, welcome back. To start with, look at the description field underneath the video for fast forwarding to the bits of the video you really want to see, the non-blither parts of the video. So off you go to non-blithery people. Hello and welcome to people who don't mind a bit of blither. Welcome back. Today is another vegan recipe, and I just wanted to say a few words on the all of my vegan recipes and all my veggie recipes are meant to not scare meat eaters, because I know there's a whole weird sort of people who are largely carnivorous look at veggie and vegan recipes and go, oh, bit weird, no meat, where's me steak? I think there was an advert of meat, where's me steak? But anyway, yeah, I do cook veggie vegan meals that are more substantial and more sort of for people who aren't that way inclined. I'm about 60 to 70% veggie and vegan these days with what I cook, but I couldn't go completely veggie or vegan. I do genuinely like some meat, but you know, it won't harm us to eat more vegetables and more pulses and things like that. It certainly, I think it helps the planet a little bit more. We need to think about animal welfare a little bit more. So we could all do a bit more. And that's one of the reasons why my diet has headed in that direction. But anyway, yeah, today this is a chicken paprikash, the original recipe. It's sort of Hungarian, I think, from that sort of part of Eastern Europe. And it's going to be done with chickpeas today. I'm not the only person to have done this. I trawled the internet and there are a few different variants of different type of pulses that have been used in this paprikash dish, but it is gorgeous. There's loads of paprika, which is quite a fragrant and deep flavour with lots of tomatoes and things like that. This is a gorgeous dish. I know I always say that, but then it's because I don't post rubbish dishes, all the things that I do that aren't very good, you'll never get to see. Or I might treat you one day to something crap. Anyway, let's onwards. And what is on today's board of delights and goodness and things? Well, we start with 2 cans of chickpeas because that is the main part of the dish. We've got, it's a very paprika-y dish, this one, so 2 very large tablespoons of a good paprika. A smoked sweet one is probably closest to the origins of the dish. We got 1 onion, we got about a tablespoon of tomato puree. We have about 500 grams of the tomato passata. That's a 700 gram bottle, so we're not going to use all of that. Some vegan butter, 2 tablespoons of vegan butter, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of cornflour, that's for thickening, half a tub of vegan sour cream. That's really hard to get hold of. Took me a while. Don't know why, but it's one of the things that isn't in the vegan sort of aisle very often. 3 tablespoons of chopped up fresh parsley, 250 to 300 ml of veg stock, some pasta to go with it of your choice. This is what I've got left in the cupboard. You don't necessarily need that. A little bit of salt to taste. Have I got everything? La 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 la. Yes, I have. Let's get on with it. And so we begin. As with many things, we soften some onion or caramelize it. I think I'm going to go with soften this time. Going to take about good 5 minutes, I reckon. Or let's say 6. No, we're about 5 minutes in. So the next stage will be, let's get our well-drained chickpeas into the dish. And that's going to be, oh yes, at least another 5 minutes. And then we'll start adding some stuff. So yeah, a good 10-12 minutes for the onions and the chickpeas, I think. Okay, So we're turning the heat down a little bit before we add our 2 generous tablespoons of paprika or whatever else you want to pronounce it as. And I'm going to get our teaspoon of garlic powder in as well. Heat right down because this is going to burn if you're not careful. So let's get everything coated with that paprika. Oh, the smell that's coming up of there is absolutely incredible. But we've got to make sure it doesn't burn. So, right, before it starts to go really burny, let's get our veg stock in. That's better. Make sure you scrape up anything off the surface. Deglaze the pan. And get in there with your tablespoon of tomato puree. Give that a couple of minutes to come up to heat. Keep stirring all the time. After that's been going for a couple of minutes, let's get your passata in. Yeah, that's about 500. And now low heat and simmer away for quite a while. Let's say at least 10 minutes. Till some of that liquid has started reducing. Put the pasta on while you're at it. You can't see that. Put the pasta on while you're at it. And off we go. Sit down and have a slurp of my tea for a second. Right. Bubbling away for a little while. I'm going to add that little bit of cornflour. So thicken it up. Let's have a check for salt content. Oh, really, really nice. Little splash of salt. And let's get that vegan sour cream in there. Don't know why this is so hard to find. Went around about half a dozen different shops, supermarkets to try and find it. And eventually Sainsbury's, UK Sainsbury's that is. So I'm going to give that about a minute. And in the final few seconds, let's get that chopped parsley in there. What a great colour that is. Oh. That really is good. Oh, the paprika is woohoo, amazing. Right, anyway, drain the pasta. Toss it in the remainder of the butter and serve. Let's have a look at it in a second. So we're ready. Pasta tossed in butter and chickpea paprikash. And again, it's gone all over the place. There it is. Gorgeous. Thank you. Off we go.